Today on Siege Off-Road, we're going to make our 2016 F-150 breathe a whole lot better with some help from Flowmaster. Flowmaster is one of the biggest names in aftermarket exhaust, but they're also making great cold air intakes too. So today we're going to be installing this Flowmaster Delta Force cold air intake on our EcoBoost F-150. This Delta Force cold air intake was designed to fit your 15 to 16 3.5 liter EcoBoost and your 15 to 17 2.7 liter EcoBoost F-150s. It was made right here in the USA and features a high-flow polyethylene intake tube and a massive pre-oiled air filter protected by a black powder-coated heat shield that utilizes the factory air scoop. It easily installs with no cutting or drilling, so today we're going to install it in our 2016 F-150. Tools you'll need for this installation: 1/4 inch ratchet, 7mm socket, 8mm socket, an extension, 4mm hex key, and a pair of cutters. This Flowmaster intake is really simple to install. The first thing we're going to do is remove the factory one. Release the 2 plastic clips on the factory air box. Loosen the 2 clamps on the Y pipe with a 7mm socket. This clamp down here is a little tricky to get to. The screw is on the back side of the pipe. Once both clamps are loosened, you can remove the factory intake. Don't forget to unplug your intake sensor. Now it can fully be removed, along with the factory air filter. We're over at the workbench now. We need to assemble the air intake. We're going to first assemble this velocity stack onto the heat shield. Place the provided weather stripping around the heat shield. Trim off the excess. Install the provided foam strips on the 4 pieces on the bottom of the heat shield. Install your coupler onto the velocity stack. Tighten it down with an 8mm socket. Install the air filter. Next, you're going to grab the air tube and install the grommet into the pre-cut hole. Next, remove your sensor from the factory intake and install it into the grommet. A little bit of lubricant will help with this too. It can be pretty tight to get it in there. Install the rest of the couplers onto the Y pipe. Install the air filter assembly onto the factory air box. Tighten it with the factory clips. Install the clamp onto the driver's side turbo inlet pipe. Then install the Y pipe. Tighten the clamps. Last thing you need to do is plug in the intake sensor, and your installation's finished. Okay, we got our Flowmaster Delta Force cold air intake installed. It couldn't have been any easier to put in this truck. It uses the factory air scoop. Didn't have to do any drilling. Overall, it should only take you about 45 minutes to install. And before you know it, you'll be heading off-road.